As each day passes, Said Benrahma continues to be linked with West Ham, and I'm going to explain in this video why I believe he can be West Ham's new Dimitri Payet. If you're new around here, make sure you hit the like button, or if you do watch my West Ham content on a regular basis, make sure you hit the like button or subscribe. It helps me greatly, so let's get into it. Right, let's talk about Said Benrahma. We are being continued to be linked with the Brentford forward player, and we're not the only team to be linked with him. So this is far from a foregone conclusion. Aston Villa have said that if they are, if they stay up, they are willing to pay the 30 million or 35 million that Brentford won for Said Benrahma. And Chelsea have been linked with him heavily. There was rumours that that deal was already done, that he was going to go to Chelsea. However, I just don't believe it. They're about to spend 80 million on Havertz. So are they going to spend another 30 million to 40 million on Said Benrahma when they really need to address their defence? No, I don't really think so. So if Brentford fail to clinch promotion to the Premier League, which this is where I firmly believe it stinges on. If they get promoted, then will he be sold anyway? If they don't get promoted, will he be sold? We don't know. However, what can Said Benrahma provide to West Ham that we have been missing for a long time? And that has drawn comparisons with Dimitri Payet. I've seen on West Ham Twitter that he could be the new Dimitri Payet for West Ham. And we haven't had someone in such a long time, well, since Dimitri Payet, that provides us entertainment value. I used to remember going football almost every single home and away with my dad, and every single free kick, 20 yards, 10 yards outside the box would feel like having a penalty. We'd all seen We've Got Payet, blah, blah. And every single free kick would feel like a penalty. Every single time he got the ball and he used to do a roulette round an opposition player, we used to get up off our feet. And that's what West Ham fans love. We love someone who's got a bit of flair, a bit of unpredictability, and causes the opposition an absolute nightmare. And this is what I see in Benrahma's game. Obviously, I've only watched a couple of Brentford games live on Sky, and I've had to watch more games on YouTube. And I know YouTube can sort of give you like a false hope or false hype in regards to how good a player actually is. However, I do believe Benrahma will give a similar skill set as to what Payet provided West Ham. Benrahma, firstly, he's that player that fits that mould that I was just describing. Loves to be unpredictable. Got a lot of flair. And I'm actually going to go as far as saying that he's actually a bit better skillful-wise than Dimitri Payet. He loves a little nutmeg through the legs. He loves to do a roulette. He loves a back heel. And you've only got to look at the highlights. And some people will say, well, can he do it in the Premier League? Right? Championship, yes, is a huge step up from, to go into Premier League football. It's a huge step up in terms of quality. However, one thing that Felipe Anderson has struggled is not so much his technical ability, it's his physicalness. And the Championship has sort of probably prepped him more for the Premier League, in the sense that, the Championship, you don't get as much time on the ball because a lot of it is, Route 1 football. There's only a couple of teams that like to play on the deck, like Brentford, like Leeds. There's only a couple of teams that like to play that style. A lot of the other teams are like, right, let's get 2 banks of 4. Let's try and win the first header, win the second, hit someone in the first 2 minutes, let them know we're there. And you could see by the clips that Benrahma, is used to that physicalness. And I think that could bode him well if he was to make that transition into the Premier League. And just talking about similarities with Dimitri Payet, just got to look at his free kicks. Every single time that I've seen, Benrahma have a free kick on Sky or even just on YouTube, he is making the goalkeeper work. And that is someone we haven't really got at West Ham anymore. We've got Aaron Cresswell, who likes to take our free kicks. And I think the last one he scored was against Manchester United at home, I think, this season, under Pellegrini, when we won 2-0. Or, was it 2-0? Yeah, it must have been 2-0. Said Benrahma, I feel like can bring sort of that entertainment value back to West Ham, something that we crave, because I feel like we go to games now and we're a little bit bored, I've been to a dad, I'm a bit bored here, and I feel like Benrahma will sort of bring that excitement back. However, it is going to come to a cost. It is going to cost 30 million, especially if Brentford do get promoted. They're obviously going to be less willing to offload their prized assets. We have been linked with other Brentford stars, of course, like Watkins and Rico Henry at left back. However, if we can get this signing over the line, he can provide something that we haven't had in a very long time. And also, he does have some similarities to Jarrod Bowen. Jarrod Bowen has come into the club. He plays, obviously, on the right-hand side. He likes to drive up the pitch. He's a lot more skillful than Jarrod Bowen. You don't really see Jarrod Bowen, running at 2 or 3 people, doing step overs, you know, putting it through someone's legs. Jarrod Bowen's very much, you know, I've got a lot of pace. I'm going to hit the ball into the space, and you're going to try and, you know, outpace me. And more often than not, the opposition defender isn't able to do that. But however, Benrahma's a little bit more different. He likes to play with the opposition, as funny as that, you know, sort of sounds. He likes to drive at the left back. He likes to tease him. Is he coming inside? Is he coming outside? And then he'll put it through his legs, and he's off. And the one thing that he does love to do, that does have huge similarities with Dimitri Payet, he loves to come inside. As I was saying, he loves to be the main man, sort of as the playmaker. Like you would think that playmakers, well, generally playmakers are based inside in the middle of the pitch. You think about Fornals. When he was at Villarreal, his position was in the centre of the pitch because, you know, more often than not, the play is driven through the centre of the pitch. However, he likes to be that one that sort of drifts inside and sort of plays 1-2s, bounces passes off our own teammates and then gets into forward positions. And he could be a huge signing for us if we're able to get over the line. However, £30 million, is he going to be worth it? It's going to be a gamble. Whatever signing we take is going to be a gamble because of the fact that we've paid 45 million on Haller. So far, it hasn't worked out. We're more than likely going to sell Anderson and take a loss on him in the summer. That hasn't worked out. So spending another £30 million on another player, however, him being in the Championship has caused some questions. And I was saying to my dad that if you compared the Championship, the level of quality in the Championship now to the level of quality in the Championship 5 years ago, I would firmly say yes, spending 30 million on a player that's only played in the Championship represents a huge gamble, and one that I wouldn't want to take. However, you've only got to see the amount of technical players that are very, very good in the Championship now. You've only got to talk about Matthias Pereira, who plays for West Brom. He come overseas from Sporting Lisbon and has made his permanent 8 million move to West Brom. He's going to be playing in the Premier League. Only got to look at our very own Dean Garner. Very good technical, very good at driving at players, being very direct. Obviously, he has just got promoted with West Brom. Said Benrahma, very good as well. Very good at just being skillful, being unpredictable, having that flair, something that we lack. So the quality back here in the Championship now compared to the last 5 years is a huge difference. So I do feel like Benrahma would probably adapt very well to the Premier League because he's got used to that physicalness in the Championship. It sort of primed him for Premier League football. So those are the similarities that I believe that Benrahma has in his game that Dimitri Payet had in his game for West Ham, and what Dimitri Payet gave us as fans. In my opinion, obviously I'm 26 years old, so I've been a West Ham fan probably since the age of 6, 7, and been in the season ticket holder for predominantly that length of time. I believe Payet in my lifetime, not considering other, you know, generations like the 1980s, 1990s, Dimitri Payet is probably the most technical player I've seen at West Ham. Well, not the most. He is the best technical player I've seen at West Ham. Even better than Di Canio. So that is how highly I regard Dimitri Payet. No matter how it did turn sour and he left because of whatever reason it was in the end. So yeah, that is what I firmly believe. Can Said Benrahma be that next player for West Ham, be the next player to sort of get us off our seats? Let me know in the comment section down below what you believe he could provide to West Ham, and I'll see you later.